That night didn't end when the sun came up. It stayed. It followed her into mornings, into quiet afternoons, into conversations where she smiled and nodded like nothing inside her had changed. If you asked her what happened, she wouldn't know where to begin, because it wasn't just one moment. It was a series of seconds that felt normal while they were happening, and unforgettable the moment they passed. She remembers the air first. Heavy, still, the kind of silence that feels louder than noise. She remembers thinking she should leave, or speak, or change something, anything, but she didn't. Not because she couldn't, because something inside her told her to stay still, to just exist inside that moment a little longer. And that was the first thing that scared her later. Not what happened, but how natural it felt while it was happening. For a long time after, she convinced herself it wasn't important. People go through moments all the time, she told herself. Moments that feel intense, confusing, emotional. But this wasn't fading like a normal memory. This one stayed sharp, detailed, alive. She could replay it perfectly. The sounds, the feeling in her chest, the exact way time seemed slower, like the world had stepped back and left her alone with something she didn't fully understand. Days passed, then weeks, and she realized something she didn't want to admit. That night wasn't just a memory. It had changed the way she saw herself, the way she reacted to certain conversations, the way she avoided certain places, certain songs, certain late-night silences. Not dramatically. No one else would notice. But she noticed every single day. There were moments she tried to bury it. Work harder, talk louder, laugh more, fill her schedule so completely that her brain wouldn't have space to wander back there. And it worked until it didn't. Because memories don't disappear just because you outrun them. They wait, patiently, quietly, and they come back when you're tired enough to stop fighting. The hardest part wasn't remembering. It was the questions that came with it. Why did it matter so much? Why did that night feel like a line she crossed without realizing it at the time? And why, no matter how much time passed, did it still feel like it was sitting somewhere inside her, untouched, unchanged, waiting for her to fully acknowledge it? She never told anyone the full story, not because she thought they wouldn't understand, but because she wasn't sure she understood it herself. Some memories aren't clean. They don't come with clear labels like good or bad, right or wrong. Some memories just exist and change you quietly. Sometimes, late at night, when everything around her is still, she feels it again. Not as fear, not as regret, just as presence. Like a version of her from that night is still there, still feeling everything she felt, still standing inside a moment she can never go back and change. And over time, she stopped trying to erase it, because the more she tried, the stronger it came back. So instead, She learned to live beside it, to let it be part of her story without letting it define every chapter after it. The truth is that night still lives in her mind, not because it was loud or dramatic or obvious. It lives there because it was quiet, because it slipped into her life without asking permission, because it showed her a part of herself she didn't know existed until it was already too late to pretend she hadn't seen it. And maybe that's why she still thinks about it. Not with panic, not with shame, but with a strange kind of understanding. Because some nights don't just pass. Some nights stay, and sometimes the moments that stay are the ones that quietly change who you become long after the world around you has moved on.